My friends, I will start with a smile, but we have to get real tonight. Is that okay? Is that all right? Okay. Today is November 22nd, 2016. There are many of us sitting here who are not going to fulfill our personal or professional goals for this year. There are many of us who started this year with ideas of how much we were going to do in our businesses or the steps that we were going to take in our personal lives. The truth is, my friends, if I ask you to look at your progress as of today, there are that many more of us who just won't make it. You see, I have a theory. This is not all our fault. You can imagine that when we were born, and most of us were born, we were placed in a box, and we were placed in the box and said, this is my child. And in that box went, these are my values, and these are my traditions, and this is my religion, and this is my way of life. This becomes you now. And so we as children grew up, not entirely ourselves, but taking on all the different things that were given to us by those who were to take care of us. Because I think sometimes we forget that as parents, our job is to bring up people who don't belong to us. And then we keep moving on in our lives. And what do? We ask for permission. How many of us needed permission slips to miss class? Permission slips to attend concerts? Permission slips to visit our friends? We've been asking for permission. And when you grow up in institutions in which you've been asking for permission all your life, there comes a certain point when we forget that you must be given permission to make up your own mind. And so what I've discovered, my friends, is that we never did receive that permission. And so for a lot of us, we have been trying to live our own lives, but we have been living others' lives. We have been getting permission for the things that we've wanted to do. Permission to marry the people that we want to marry because, yes, they're a good fit. They look good for you. Permission to dress the way that we want to dress because it is acceptable for the work environment. Permission to live in the places that we live at because our parents worked for us to get to a certain place in life. Permission, permission, permission. What I bring this back to is the idea that we will not succeed in our personal and professional lives until we give ourselves permission. It is a strange thing, this thing, speaking to oneself. It's always been associated with mental health. And yet, I discovered for myself that the moment I started to speak to myself, brilliance came out. When I actually started to speak out loud to myself and went past the point of crazy to the point of, oh my goodness, I did not know that you like that. That was who you are, that those are the things that you love, that those are the things you're passionate about, that I was able to outwardly say what was on my mind because I inwardly gave myself permission. And what I found out, my friends, is that unless you stand and ask yourself, what do you want to achieve this year? Do you give yourself permission? A lot of things will not take place. Why is this important to me? There's so many of us out here. We go and we attend these events and we actually celebrate in them. But we go home and we look at our books and we look at our records or we look at our personal lives and we're still miserable because things are not happening for us as the people that we see maybe on stage or on TV or on social media. Stay away from Facebook. It is a lie. Facebook, it is a lie. Stay away. But we look at these different people and these different things and we think, when is it going to be my turn? When does it get to be me? And yet, it's a simple word called permission. I find that when you sit back and you ask yourself, are you tired of seeing these results? Are you tired of seeing these numbers on your books? Are you tired of playing small? Are you tired of being shy? Are you tired of not being yourself? Are you tired of not doing what it is that you want to do with all of your blood? We keep playing other people's games, and so we will always lose. Because at some point in time, our hearts stop being in it and they ask us to choose. And so I'm asking you, my friends, today to please consider the word permission and ask yourself that one area that's not working in your life, be it in your business or your personal life. If you look at your books and you say, it's funny, I thought I was going to make $120,000 in 2016 and you're barely netting $5. Ask yourself, did I give myself permission? If you're looking at the other people with the loves of their lives and you're wondering, where, he needs to put a ring on it. And you're wondering where he is, it's 5:30. You need to ask yourself, did you give yourself permission to attract the person who will do that for you? Did you give yourself permission? If we can teach ourselves to give ourselves permission first, to go for what it is that we want, what we love, what we need, and then teach our children so that at some point they know to stop looking at us as parents for their needs and start making the decisions that are critical to themselves because they belong to the universe. I believe that things will begin to change. And maybe, just maybe, many more will realize their goals, their personal and professional goals for 2016, because they'll take that step back tonight and say, you know what? I give myself permission to succeed. Thank you.